Cradle of Horror presents The Elevator. Linda stood in front of the elevator doors. Linda didn't have a fear of elevators, per se, but with several elevators in her neighborhood malfunctioning lately, Linda became anxious every time she set foot inside the claustrophobic box. No one knew why those elevators malfunctioned, but with elevators plummeting to the bottom floor, causing serious injury to the people inside, and in worst cases, death, Linda always thought it would be best if she was alone during her ride. There would be less chance of something happening. At least, that's what she thought. Linda used the close door button automatically whenever she got in the elevator these days. Sometimes, to avoid riding with someone, she would just pretend that she was going in the opposite direction the elevator was traveling.
Hey, hold the elevator!
Linda vigorously pressed the closed door button, and it started to close just as John approached.
Sorry, I'm pressing the button. I guess it's not working.
Got it.
John made it just in time.
Whew. That was close.
Yeah.
I guess the button doesn't work.
Yeah, I guess not.
Linda tried to ignore John. She just wanted to get to her floor with as little interaction as possible.
Terrible day out there today, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Should be a lot nicer this time of year.
Right.
John could sense Linda's disinterest in a conversation, so he decided they would ride the rest of the way in silence. It's not like he had a choice, really.
Whoa. That's not good.
No.
Linda frantically hit the button over and over again.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah, thanks.
Just, press the red button.
Hello, how can I help you?
Yeah, we're stuck. We're stuck. The elevator stopped?
Okay, we're looking into that. Something good?
Yeah, we couldn't understand any of that, right?
Yeah, it's kinda hard to hear you. I guess we should just sit tight. You're gonna get us out of here, right?
We're working. What is the problem?
Can you hear us?
No one answered from the intercom. The silence made Linda's panic attack worsen.
Hello? Hello, are you there?
Look, don't worry. I'm sure they're looking into it. You know, I'm gonna sit down.
What did you do?
What do you mean?
The elevator. It moved. You made it move.
I didn't feel that.
Just be more careful, please. We don't want the elevator to, do what elevators have been doing lately.
Oh yeah. I know what you mean. Weird, right?
Terrifying is more like it.
You know, I heard that those elevators didn't malfunction on their own. The police think that there were people involved.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
Yeah, in that if this elevator were to fall to the bottom, it'd be because of you or I. And I don't think either of us want to do that.
None of this makes me feel better.
John sat awkwardly as he looked at Linda. Linda was growing tired of standing, but was too afraid to sit down.
My name's John, by the way.
Awesome.
Look, I get that you're scared, but I don't think you have anything to worry about. They seem to have it under control.
Really? What makes you think that? A muffled intercom message with no real information and no confirmation that they understand what's happening in here?
Well, I'm sure there's a camera.
Really? I don't see one.
There's gotta be a small camera somewhere.
Okay.
And I'm sure they know the elevator stopped. I mean, why else would we call them? I'm sure they're just looking into it now. You know, I think you're safe to sit down.
I'm fine.
It's not going to tumble to the bottom floor. Just be careful.
Linda was stubborn, but more than that, she was nervous. John appeared shockingly calm, despite the situation in which they found themselves. She didn't trust his laissez-faire attitude. But really, she just didn't trust being in a stopped elevator more than anything. But 30 minutes went by, and Linda felt that she had no choice but to sit down. She was wearing high heels, and they were hurting her feet. So, she ever so slowly and carefully slid down the wall of the elevator and took a seat on the floor with John.
Now, that wasn't so bad, was it?
Linda just smiled. She really just wanted to be left alone.
So are you claustrophobic?
No.
Afraid of heights?
Nope.
Fear of falling to your death in a malfunctioning elevator?
You're getting closer.
I really wouldn't worry. These things are so well made now. The chances of something happening are basically zero.
Yeah? Then why has it been happening lately?
Well, I didn't say the chances are zero, just basically zero.
Linda hated that John was making jokes. First of all, they weren't funny. And second of all, she found John smug. She hated smug men. She found that John was trying way too hard to build a rapport. She didn't trust it. Linda had built a distrust of charming men over her life. I'm sure we don't have to get into why for you to understand.
I just want to be left alone to think.
Right. Got it. I totally understand. I'm here if you change your mind.
This made Linda roll her eyes. He was so understanding and nice about it. It was frustrating. Now she had to feel like she was overdoing it. Her friends always told her that she treated every man first as dangerous, and they always made her feel guilty when she put up boundaries around strange men. But Linda always said those boundaries kept her safe. She'd had one bad experience with a man in her life, and she wasn't about to let it happen again. The only thing she hadn't worked out was how to completely avoid them in the elevator of her building. She lived on the 15th floor. It just wasn't practical to take the stairs every day. And here she is, experiencing her worst nightmare. And now this John character was making her feel badly about it. So, she gave in.
Linda.
What's that?
My name is Linda.
Oh. Nice to meet you, Linda.
Do you live in the building?
No, I'm just here visiting a friend.
Oh, that's cool.
You?
Also visiting a friend.
Really?
Yep.
Linda lied. While she felt that John was probably a nice guy, that wasn't going to stop her from being careful.
My friend Jennifer, she lives here. I'm just coming to hang for a bit. I live around 20 minutes from here.
Okay. Well, that's cool. You know, we should play a game. It'll help pass the time.
Sure.
John and Linda played games like tic-tac-toe, rock, paper, scissors, and they quizzed each other on basic facts like geography, world events, and popular culture. Linda caught herself having fun, and John seemed relieved. After an hour passed, the intercom started making noise.
Hello? Are you still there?
Of course, where the heck would we be?
Is it time?
What?
Why?
Time for what? What could they possibly mean by that?
They mean, is it time for me to do what I came here to do?
And what does that mean?
Linda, I know that you live here. I know that you live in apartment 1504. I've been inside your apartment.
Why is that?
Because you're my latest target. I'm the elevator robber.
Okay.
And I have to say, You're the first victim of mine to make this so difficult. Most of the time, people are pretty willing to talk in situations like this. It tends to bond people. But no, you kept those walls up.
What do you want?
Oh, nothing much. I just want all your banking information, the location of any valuables that may be in your apartment, and just the usual stuff that people want when they rob someone.
And then you'll let me go?
Well, kind of. See, I will get off this elevator, and we will let the elevator go straight to the bottom.
And then you'll let me off the elevator?
In a manner of speaking.
Can you just tell me?
Well, I'd be surprised if you survived the fall.
Okay.
Linda lunged for the intercom and started screaming into it, hoping that someone would save her. But no one answered them. And then Linda had a realization.
You're working together with a dumb intercom guy, aren't you?
So perceptive. You really are smarter than the rest.
I'll give you all my information. I'll tell you where everything is. Just let me go.
You'll call the police.
No, I won't. I promise.
No, you will. It's human nature. The only way I get what I need and stay out of prison is if you're not around to give a statement. You see, I'm as prepared as you are.
Linda was prepared too. She had her mace and a pocket knife at the ready. She just needed to find a way to access them. She found her moment when John moved towards the intercom.
Be ready to let this elevator go. She's a live one.
John turned around, and Linda sprayed the mace in his eyes. John fell to the floor, rubbing his eyes. She then pulled out her pocket knife and put it to John's neck.
Tell them not to drop the elevator.
Not a chance.
Tell them now or you'll regret it.
Linda, I get that you think you're capable of doing something here, but we both know that you're probably not.
Just at that moment, the elevator started to move. They were preparing for the drop. Linda had to think fast. She knew the doors would open, so she tried to position herself close to them so she could jump out.
Don't open the doors yet.
Doors?
No, you idiot. Don't open the doors. What are you saying? I can't hear you. Say it again.
Is that what you want?
Just don't open the doors.
Okay, opening the doors.
No!
At that moment, the doors opened and Linda jumped out. As she jumped out, she slashed John with the pocket knife as she moved. John grabbed his face where he was cut, and it distracted him enough that he couldn't move to get out the door. As the door shut, he tried to press the open door button, but instead, he hit the close door button. Linda watched as the doors closed, and then all she could do was sit there and listen to the elevator drop to the bottom and crash. Linda sat down in the hallway in shock that she survived. Linda told the police officers what happened. John's crew were found pretty quickly. In most of their robberies, they left right as the elevator dropped. But since they realized that John was in the elevator when it dropped, and not Linda, they were trying to execute a plan B. A plan that ultimately failed. John didn't survive the fall, and his crew didn't survive in court. They ended up in jail for a string of elevator-related deaths in the city that were previously suspected to be due to equipment malfunction. Linda, on the other hand, moved out of the building soon after and ended up meeting a real nice guy who respected her boundaries for as long as she needed them. After they were married, they moved into a 3-story walk-up where they lived on the first floor, and she never took an elevator ever again. Now that's a final girl happy ending.